Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie J and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a barefaced introduction because I don't want to spoil the video for you guys. I am going to be testing out some Amazon brushes and we're going to see how they work, how they hold up. I've used a couple, but I definitely have not done a full face with them. I paid about $4 for the brushes and $5 for shipping, so they're inexpensive, but then the shipping comes in, so you know. And of course, if these don't work out, there are always more affordable brushes. Morphe has amazing brushes. So we're gonna see how it works, all right? Like this video if you like it, subscribe down below if you wanna continue the journey with me, and yeah, let's just do this. Okay, you guys, so to give these brushes a fair chance, I already moisturized my face, cleaned it and everything. So here's a look at the brushes. So they call this a powder brush, so it is just a powder brush. Then there is a cheek blush, for like a cheek brush for blush. They say that this is a foundation brush, so we'll see how that works out. This one, they put concealer / foundation, so I'm just going to be applying everything with what the website says it's used for, so we can really test what they meant it to be. This is just like, they said that this is a shadow brush, but it's kind of like a mini concealer brush. This is an even smaller version of that mini concealer brush. This is just a dome head brush. I think that maybe I could use this for lips or something because there is a curve to it. I don't know, like a weird angle curve to it, because it's not very like malleable. Like you can flick it around, but there's like no way that you can blend with that. They say that this is a large angled brush. It's very soft, so we'll see. Then there is a small dome head brush. So there's a lot of kind of like repetition, probably because they needed to come up with cheaper brushes. This is just a normal angled brush. And last but not least, we have an eyeliner brush. Now I am a little hesitant about this, and I'll show you guys why. Because it doesn't come to like a fine point like most of them do. It's kind of stippled. We'll try and see if you guys can see that. It's kind of stippled, and it is very, very malleable, like no joke, like, and kind of frizzy. So we'll see. Plus, I don't have any like cream eyeliners or anything, so I'll probably just dip into some mascara to try this out with. So I like to start out with the eyes. I don't know, I find that it's easier to clean up fallout and everything if you start with the eyes. So I am going to prep my eyes with this Juice Beauty eye concentrate. And I'm just going to apply a little bit all over the lid and wherever I'm going to be placing shadows. So I'm just going to set that with the Gilded Gold palette in Bone right here, this lightest shade. And I'm just going to take the small dome head brush because this one's a little bit softer. So hopefully it will be able to get the job done. So it's picking up the product quite nicely. There's not really like a normal eyeshadow brush in there where I can just like apply it to the lid. So we're just gonna go in with this. Yes. There was so much fallout. Okay, well, we're gonna see how this works. All right, you guys, I couldn't really tell with the white, so I went on the other lid and I went in with, this shade. I went in with the lightest shade in the NYX Happy Birthday palette. And as you can see, it is very, very dark. It's very harsh. Like, I'm not even joking, it's super harsh. It's not supposed to be that dark. I don't think I've ever seen that shadow so dark. It's not even that dark in the pan. So I don't know if it was just because of the powder and then it just like stuck to the eye concentrate or what, but Maybe that'll be better as a packing brush, so I'm going to try that later as a packing brush. So now you guys, I'm going in with the large angled brush here. I have never used this one, and we're going to try something a little different. I'm going to try and, use this as a shadow brush. It's way softer, so hopefully it'll blend. Don't know yet. And we're just going to go in with this orangey shade right here. I'm going to put this in the crease and try and just blend it out. I feel like I'm stabbing my eye out with this. It's not blending super well. I mean, it's working, kind of. Like, I would probably never choose this brush over any brush that comes in a palette. Okay, we're just gonna try and keep blending this out then. Okay, you guys, so after 5 minutes of blending and one neon orange brush later, we have a somewhat blended eye. Like, somewhat. It's not too patchy, so I'll give it that, but I don't know if it blended so much as just like swept the product off of my face. So I would say that this brush is just like a no-go. I don't see any reason to have this. Like, honestly, maybe for like nose contour. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe it has just a small purpose. Okay, you guys, so now I'm just going in with the small dome brush again, and I'm just going to dip in to this color right here and just put this in the outer corner and see. I mean, if it's pigmented, then it'll really show through. So it definitely sucks at blending. I'm gonna say that just like right now. This is very, very patchy, and it's not blending out very easily. Okay, you guys, so I'm just going in with the same brush again, but I'm going to wet it this time with the Tarte Marine Boosting Mist to give it a bit of a shot with picking up this glitter and applying it so that it is pigmented, super pigmented. And I think I'm just going to go in with this red pigment here. It's kind of like metallic red color. So it's leaving a little bit of moisture, but it's definitely pigmented. Okay, so it's not doing a half bad job of applying this. I think just because it is literally soaking wet, I may have put a little bit too much spray on there. It's not applying it the greatest, but you know what? I think that that is what this brush was made for. Just packing on the product. Because it's not doing too bad of a job. But now I'm going to look like a wacko because I had no way to blend it out. So I'm just going to keep applying. Okay, you guys, so about 20 layers later, this is what we got. And it doesn't look that bad. I kind of I patted it so that it would dry just a little bit so it's not looking super moist, but it's not very blended, as you guys can tell. So, but we're just gonna live with it because I think that that is what this brush is made to do, is to just pack on product. I don't know what else it would be used for because it sucks at blending. So if you're gonna get this set, you want to have a bunch of packing products, like packing brushes. Okay, you guys, I think I found a better use for this brush instead of an eyeliner brush, because I really don't have a lot of faith in it. I might try it later, but for now we're just going to use this as an inner corner highlight brush. It's really small, so I think it'll work pretty well. And I'm just going in with an actual highlight. This is the Becco one from, it's Prosecco Pop. And I'm just going to take a bit of that. And I want to use something a bit more bold because her eye look is a bit more bold. So I think that the gold will look nicely with the red eye we got going on. Okay, so there's our inner corner highlight. Big thumbs up if that's what you're going to use this for. It picks up the product. Let me just show you guys. It picks up a lot of product and it applies it very nicely. And it's just fluffy enough so that way if you get too much in one area, you can just go ahead and blend it out. So A+ for this brush, for that purpose at least. Okay, you guys, so now I'm going to try and do my eyeliner with this. I don't have a gel eyeliner or like a cream eyeliner, so I'm just going to be taking a bit of mascara, ghetto, I know, on the tip of this and just trying to create a wing out of it. You know, mascara works as an eyeliner if you're in emergencies, so I mean, it's kind of an emergency. So I have some product on there and we're just gonna try to create a wing here, and hopefully not a bad one either. So, you know, it works pretty well. I mean, I haven't done a wing yet, but it works well as just like an eyeliner brush. Okay, guys, I've given up on the lash line. I think the mascara is just a bit too thick, but I'm going to try and create a wing now. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I mean, the brush is kind of separated at the end. I think I have a little bit too much product on here. But, oh my god. It's just too thick. Like, do you guys see that? It's just... Okay, sorry about the change of quality, possibly, you guys. I had to switch. So, that's the eyeliner that we made with the mascara. I'm not gonna say it's the brush's fault. It's just like a regular eyeliner brush, like a normal angled brush. I think it's just because mascara is way too thick to like handle. So now I'm looking like a wreck because of that. That was probably just a bad decision on my part. Should have just gone out and bought a $6 e.l.f. eyeliner. But you know what? It's okay because from far away, you know, it doesn't look too bad. There's no tail to it and it's kind of really messed up. But we're moving on. Alright, you guys, so I'm just going to prime my face with the Marine Boosting Mist from Tarte. This says that it should be a primer, a setter, and a refresher, so we're just going to prime our face and wait for this to dry a second. And now I'm going to go in with my concealer, my Rimmel Hide Deep Blemish Concealer, and just cover up all that redness. And then I'm going to blend it out with their concealer brush. So this is just like a really big flat brush. This is just kind of a good time for me to test out the new primer spray and see if it is actually a primer. I feel like it's more a luminizing primer than like a silicone filly primer that like fills your pores. But you know what? We're gonna test it because maybe it'll surprise us. So now I'm just going to blend this out using the concealer brush. Maybe this isn't what I meant. I mean, this stuff I normally blend out with my finger. Well, I mean, it's working a bit, but I feel like it's just picking the product up off of my face. And I feel like if it doesn't work for this, then how is it gonna work for under eye concealer when you literally have to draw a triangle and blend it? I don't know, guys. This is why some brushes are just questionable, and this is kind of what I wanted to do for you guys so that you guys could see if these are good quality or not. I mean, I feel like it's definitely blending, but it's also picking up so much product and it's shedding quite a bit. Like, and I mean it like quite a bit. And my nose looks so oily. So I think that primer is definitely like more of a luminizing primer. Okay, well, we won't judge the foundation on the texture. We'll just judge it on how it looks, you know. So now, guys, I'm going to do my foundation. I'm not wasting my super expensive foundation on this, so I'm just going. This is Lancome, but it's just a sample I got last summer to see if it would match when I got a tan. So I'm just going to try and get some of this out of here. There's really not a lot left because I used it. I mean, do you guys hear that? That's a disturbing sound. Okay, you guys, so I just did a little surgery. I just cut the bottle in half because I couldn't get to the product, and we're switching techniques. Instead of placing it on the brush directly, I'm going to dot it onto my face and blend it out that way. There's so much right there. I have a feeling I'm gonna need a lot because I feel like this is just somewhat gonna pick everything up. So we're going full on crazy in here. Okay, so now I'm just going to blend.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't
Okay,
stop
so
it.
this is a no. I'm gonna try it for a different powder, but for foundation, no. That company was so wrong. So wrong. So I'm gonna go in. They said concealer / foundation brush. So we're gonna go in with this and see how this works at blending it out. I feel like it's just gonna do exactly what it did with the concealer and soak up the product, but you never know. Maybe you can use these two together. Like, you can blend out at first with that one, and then you can smooth it and all of its brush strokes.
True, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you,
So this definitely gets rid of the brush strokes, but it just, I mean, you guys can see. It got rid of so much coverage. Like, this is a full coverage foundation. Full coverage. And you guys can see everything. Like, maybe it's just the quality of this camera, but you can see everything. Through to my blackheads. Everything. Dang. That sucks. I kind of wanted these to work a little. These brushes are no. They're just a no. It didn't soak up as much product, but that's probably because we blended it up and this one soaked up all the product. I'm a little disappointed. I don't know why. They were $4 brushes. I mean, this is just not good. It's just not good. Okay, so maybe the powder can save the day. So I'm just going in with this powder brush, and I'm going to apply some of the Lancome foundation powder all over. It's not picking up too much product, but there is quite a bit of fallout. And I'm just going to apply this everywhere, and you know, that might bring some of the coverage back. It might help just a little bit. So this brought a tad bit of the coverage back. Not really, but you can definitely still see the texture and everything. I don't know. This brush works though. This brush works. I'm still trying to judge the foundation brushes, but we gotta move on. This brush works really well. It applies super nicely. So powder brush is a yes. So next we're going to do some contour. So I'm just going to take the cheek brush, and I'm going in with these two, mixing them a little bit, because one's too light and one's too dark. And we're gonna see. You know what? Hey, that picked up a lot of product. But let's see how it blends now. I don't know, you guys tell me. I'm not looking. How is it blending? Let me get an actual mirror up in here. You know, yeah, no. That looks pretty good. It's way more dramatic on camera. I've got to get used to that, but it looks pretty good. So I did the other side, and I will say that this side looks much better. Let's try it with some blush. So I'm taking Tarte's Amazonian Clay Blush in Party and the brush, and let's see. Picks up a bit of product. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It's definitely nice. So this is definitely a nice little splash of color. I really like this blush. So this brush definitely applies blush very, very well. And contour. Alright, so next is highlight, and again I'm just going in with the Becca highlight, and I'm just going to take one of the smaller flat brushes. I usually like to use dense brushes to apply highlight anyway, so it doesn't soak up the product. So cut out applying it on this side, but I will reapply it on this side. I haven't done this side yet. I managed to actually catch it this time. So just taking the same brush with some product, and I'm just going to apply this on the cheekbone and blend it up towards the eyebrow. Oh my gosh, you guys can't even see like because of the white. Can you see? It applies it very nicely, like really nicely. It's not super soft. I'm trying to get the glare to go away, but it applies it really nicely. So this brush for highlight, yes. So I did want to use every brush for something, so I'm just going to take this one to smoke out the lower lash line, and just the horrendous like close-up shot, I know, just of the mascara. So I'm just going to take the, oh wait, no, we used the orange. I'm just going to take the orange shade and run this and smoke it out. So again, picks up a lot of product. I feel like that's gonna be a little bit too much, but we'll see. You just want to run that all the way. Well, not all the way, but about halfway. And out, and again, just ignore the horrendous eyeliner. Don't use mascara. Don't use mascara. I promise you that is not how my eyeliner looks when I do it every day. So, you know what, yeah, that applied it very nicely, like smoking it out. So this is the finished look. The skin doesn't look too great. The contour and the blush looks good. The highlight looks pretty good. Everything on the eye looks good except for obviously the horrible mascara eyeliner. Most of these brushes worked really well, so I'd say to buy them. They're kind of worth your money, especially since most brushes cost $5 alone. You get a good deal for a couple of brushes that work really well. If you guys like this video, make sure to like it down below and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!